As we count down to celebrate America's 250th anniversary this summer, we are highlighting some amazing Americans in our own backyard doing what they can to make this a better place to live. Tonight, meet an Austin woman who is giving a lift to those who need a little love.
Good girl. Good girl. This is Dapple.
On this day,
Good girl.
outside the Lockhart Animal Shelter,
Sweet mama.
So pretty.
Susan Patterson is pressing forward with her mission.
Here we are, 13 years later, saving hundreds of dogs a year. Good luck to you. You're gonna love your new mama.
A little more than 13 years ago, she was a volunteer at a routinely overcrowded Austin animal shelter when she had an idea.
I wanted to transport dogs. I wanted to pull dogs out of the overcrowded shelters down here that have to euthanize for space, transport them up to the northern states where they can get adopted.
Susan turned that idea into a rescue mission on wheels. She founded Take Me Home Transport, a nonprofit working as the middleman between crowded shelters in several central Texas communities and shelters with extra space and fewer adoptable animals in northern states. An endeavor which started small with little money and a lot of time on the phone.
I had to make a lot of calls to get through to people and then make that connection.
Now shelters in northern states like Wisconsin, Michigan, and Maine are making the calls to Susan, requesting more dogs to be transported to their shelters. Bob was one of those dogs.
Bob came in and he had an injured leg, but we didn't know what was going on with it.
A shelter in New Hampshire opened its doors to Bob, ready to tackle his ailment. Susan's service gave him a lift.
He actually had 2 severe breaks in his leg, and we moved quickly and scheduled him for the amputation right away.
Kelly Marinell works at the New Hampshire SPCA and grew fond of Bob.
He was hanging in my office during his recovery, and that's when I really became attached and got to obsessed with his personality.
So you ended up adopting Bob.
I did, yes.
We just had to give him the chance, because, a dog like that wouldn't have much of a chance down here.
Bob now has a large yard to run around. And a family.
My previous dog had passed away almost a year to the date from when I adopted Bob. So I feel like he came into my life at it almost lined up like he was being sent to me by my previous dog.
Take Me Home Transport now runs 2 vans, making roughly 3 trips a month, contracting drivers to make the journey. This one is loaded up with precious cargo and bound for New England. 2 drivers will make the trip in this van, with them trading shifts behind the wheel, essentially making this a non-stop journey, with Susan giving the send-off so someone else can give them some love. Susan says that she has been able to expand her service, now helping shelters in Lockhart, Luling, Georgetown, and Gonzales. But she says it relies on donations to make it happen, to pay for gas, tolls, oil changes, and drivers. And they're looking to replace a van soon, too. So if you would like to help, we made it easy for you. We posted the link to her website, the nonprofit, on our website at KVUE.com.
I love it. She is a literal angel for these dogs.
Right.
I love this.
Hundreds of dogs have found new homes up in the northern states.
Thank you, Susan.
I loved Bob, too. I'm glad Bob.
Yeah, Bob found a great
was
place.
adopted.
Yeah.